Good storyteller. I'm just gonna have to I'm talking to a friend. Okay, I already got this. So my baby daddy and my boyfriend at the time, um, well, we were all gonna have a conversation together because well, baby daddy was in and out of my life, and he would just show up and think that everything was good and gravy, even though I had specifically said we're not together, and then I just want to. I like everything to be on the table. I don't like to, I appreciate honesty. I want to know what's going on, so that's how I feel. I don't want any confusion. So that's what we did. We were going to have a conversation. Well, I was gone for 2 hours, and I come back. And mind you, when I had left, I had a bottle of tequila like this, 750 milliliters. What is that? A handle? I don't know what that's called. Anyways, I left it here with my baby daddy, and my dad and my daughter was here. She's like two years old at the time. And as I'm walking up the stairs, we're on the third floor, so I'm walking up the stairs, and my boyfriend's behind me, and baby daddy comes out. He's at the top of the stairs, and he's holding my daughter in one hand, and he's got the bottle in the other hand, and there's this much left in the bottle after 2 hours. So I was like, whoa, okay. And the first thing is he runs into the apartment, gives the baby to my dad, and then I go out to the patio, and he comes running out to the patio and immediately jumps the wall, scales it, goes up to the roof, and then the way the roof is like you scale this part, and then this part is over sitting. You can sit over seeing the patio area. So he's sitting out there dangling his legs, and I'm sitting having a cigarette, and then so my boyfriend's next to me, and okay, the first thing about this story is that I'm the only eyewitness, and I still have yet to this day anybody to ask me for a statement. And the trial's already been had. Now, I thought that was a weird thing. Only witness at all, only eyewitness. Like, you would think that that's an important testimony. So, you guys are the first. This is my first official statement. Interesting, right? Okay, so, continue on. He ran up there, he's sitting, dangling his feet, talking all kinds of shit, just like antagonizing, and I'm used to that. He is an alcoholic, and I was used to that kind of stuff. He would antagonize me all the time, but he was exceptionally in on it this night, and I got my phone out, I'm just recording him, and I'm saying, dude, you are going to be so embarrassed when you see this tomorrow. You look like an ass right now. And boyfriend's like going to the wall to jump up there. He's about to scale the wall, and I was like, don't, just don't. It's not even worth it. He's just being stupid. And it just kept going, and then all of a sudden baby daddy's like talking to the police or something, and it's like, what are you doing? And then that was it. That triggered boyfriend. He gets up there so quick, and so of course, I'm a very big protective person, and I'm like, no, this is not happening. Guy fights is not cute. And that's what I assumed was going to happen. So I get to the wall, and I don't know how they jumped up it so fast, but I'm like, there's no way I can jump and lift myself up there and scale it. So I grab a chair, which was what I was sitting in. It was an office chair, but it was like a mesh seat, and like the arms were like, you can fold them in and out or whatnot. So I get on it, and I get up to the wall area, and I go to jump, and my foot goes through the seat part, and because it's mesh, and it was done. And so I'm trying to balance on the arms of the thing, but there's no way to lock them in place, so they're mobile. And I end up getting up there, and I scale the wall, the one wall that I had to jump up onto, and it's like this wide, and then it's like scaling it next to a slanted roof, a vaulted roof. I guess I don't know how you call that, but so then once I get up to that top part, there's the flat part of the roof, the main roof. This 3 stories up, mind you, and it's past midnight, and there's no light up there except for the moon. And I immediately get up there, and then my baby daddy is almost to the edge with his back to the edge, and then boyfriend is in front of him. And so I immediately put myself in between them two, because that's what I do when I see two people fighting. I get in the middle, and yes, I've gotten hurt doing that, but it's just instinct. And the very first thing is that my boyfriend, he puts his arm on my chest, and he didn't push me, but it was firm enough for me to know I need to get out the fucking way. This is serious. And he just pushed me back and moved me out of the way, and I knew immediately, like, oh my God. He didn't say nothing, and then I see my baby daddy's phone open, unlocked right there. So I get it, and because I know he's just lying. Like, what are you gonna call the police for? Like, that's so stupid. And I look, and yep, sure enough, and I go, he was lying, and they're not here anymore. They're all the way over there on the other part of the roof, and baby daddy's on his back, and boyfriend's on top of him, and all I see is the glimmer of the blade, and on my baby daddy. And I was like, what the fuck? No. So I immediately run over, I grab his arm, and with all my strength, and I'm not too weak, I'm pretty strong, and I should have the upper hand because I'm standing. Hello. But my God, the amount of strength that was in him, it was just amazing. Oh, there goes my camera. Interesting. Anyways, I hear my boyfriend say, "Put your knees on it." And so I went and I just put all my weight on with my knees, and I ended up getting it finally down. And then I see him, and I was like, "Put him to sleep," And so he takes his shirt and he pulls it up like that, and he knocks him out, And immediately then, bright light is from behind us, and SBPD, get down on the ground. And I was like, I'm not fucking moving. There's a knife. And then he, like, flying squirrel, like 10 feet, and then just like face down and was laying there with arms and legs spread. I was like, good Lord. But I wasn't moving. And I don't really remember. I think they had to like lift me off of him. And then the next part I remember was like, I'm at the wall where the ledge where you get first onto the roof, and they're like, can you get down? And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. It didn't seem like a big deal to me. I mean, today I've looked at this, and it's so scary. I couldn't even get up on it with a ladder the other day. I was trying to. I was like, I pussied out. So I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. I was just protective mode. So then I get down, scale down, and then I go and I stand up to the wall, and then the female officer's looking at me. But she's like, oh, because I grabbed my beer. I was like going to finish where I left off, And she's like, you weren't going to put that down now. And I was like, oh, okay. And so then I lean up against the wall, and then I stand up, and I see something out of the corner of my eye, and I look at the wall, the white wall, and I was like, is that blood? And she goes, yeah, it's all over you. And I have a blood phobia, and it's two people I care about. And I was like, no, why is there blood? Like, I didn't think that there was any contact with the blade. I didn't see that. I thought it was the first beginning of it, which apparently was not. It was not. And I said, I got to take a shower. I got to take a shower right now. And she's like, no, you can't. And I was like, well, I didn't understand. I was so naive. I didn't get it. And obviously, duh, it's a crime scene now. I didn't think of any of that. And she left, and the guy officer was there, and I was like, I got to go pee. Knowing I'm going to take a shower. I'm taking this clothes off. I cannot be in these clothes. And so I come into my apartment, and I get in the shower, and I put all the clothes in the bag for them. I don't want anything to do with them. I didn't know. I just didn't know. It was so stupid. And they battering the door down, and they're swooping me up, and I don't understand. I'm like, I can't go to jail right now. I need to go to the hospital. Are you guys tripping? Like, what is your problem? And I'm just talking so much shit. And they released me right away. But and I end up getting to the hospital. It's 8 stabs, 4 slices, 2 collapsed lungs. He had to get airlifted from the roof, obviously, to the hospital. The doctor said anyone else probably would have died. And it was very traumatic. I'd never been in something like that. I'd never seen something like that. I'd never, I had to close my eyes like this every time there was blood on a movie. Like, I wasn't raised allowed to look at violence, so it's just like, I was in shock for a while. And,